Hi and welcome everybody. I've jumped straight to desk view because I cannot seem to get my mic to work on the other setting. I'm really sorry. So, oh, but you can see my face that way. Oh, that's interesting. I forgot I'd set that up. Oh well, I'll just have to wave from here in the corner. For some reason, it's not working. Right, so I grabbed out a few stamps. Hi and welcome everybody. I'm just going to say hi. And just, can you tell Bonnie to refresh? I'm live. Tell her I'm live. Refresh, everyone. I'm live. There we go. Right, hello. I'm going to say a quick hello to live and we're going to get on and do stamping. Sorry, I kept you waiting because I was fiddling around trying to sort out my sound issue. Hello, good morning, Elaine. Hello, Shaz. Hello, Vicky. Hello, Bob. Shaz. And I'm getting messages. I need to switch my notifications off. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Audrey, Lynn, Darlene. Deb, Melissa, Melanie, good to see you. And Martina. Oh, you got some asthma spray today. Oh, good. Hi, Carol Ann MacNess. Oh, cool. Welcome, Carol Ann. Are you new? Hello, Sheila. Hello, Sherry. Finally, go, Ruth. We have cornered Ruth. All right. Okay. Yes, I'm live. Alive and kicking. All right. Now, you don't need to see me for the rest of the duration of this. So let's just switch that off. There we go. Right. Let's get a bit more lighting on here. Oh, no, I need to plug it in. That would be helpful. Mind you, I think we'll survive with just this one today. Right, I picked out this stamp set because I haven't made as much use of it as I thought I would. So I want to do just a stamped one sheet wonder. Oops, just drop some stuff. I'll flip that round. And I just need to check which mic this is working using. Oh, it's using the correct one. Oh, that's good. Don't know why I was having a problem on the other one, but there we go. Right, let's try and get this a bit straighter. Sorry, bear with. I'm just adjusting my little elastic band. Would you believe? It's not quite an elastic band. It's like elastic string holding my my arm in place. So who's got this stamp set then? I'd love to know. I'm going to use a bit of basic white. I did see a really lovely pop-up that someone did in it was either a card or a scrapbooking album. And they had a little ballerina, and because of the way they did the pop-up, you sort of opened it and the ballerina kind of like spun round. I thought that was so cute. So I'm not saying I'm going to do that tonight, but I would like to have a go with that at some point. But it would mean we'd have to try and stamp the ballerina on both sides, which can be tricky, but I think it's doable. Yeah, I think it is doable. Right, I've got a feeling I've not actually used... I don't think I've used this one. No, it hasn't even been out the packet yet. Oh, dear me. Right. So I thought, well, let's just do a really pretty, very feminine stamped one sheet wonder with a ballerina. Now, the only thing is about incorporating physical or people or animals into one sheet wonders is that they are in danger of being chopped up or they're having their heads cut off or whatever. So it is a risk one takes. Let me just pop the sticker onto this. Hello, Miss Darlene. Nice to see you. It didn't appeal to you. That's fine. Yeah. That's understandable. It's not everyone's bag. or cup of tea. Talking about cup of tea, I've just filmed the oh, I better put the link up, just remembered. I got confused then. I'm like, how am I going to put the sticker on? I just filmed the Stamp Around UK vlog hop. I can't give much away, but it does feature a cup of tea. It does. Just saying. You know. Right, I was going to team it then with some lovely dainty florals. So I'm thinking if I stamp her an early espresso, but I might save stamping her to the last minute. All right, I'll keep her for laters. But if we stamp a beautiful background, I have grabbed out this one because I like the dottage in this. And then I have got Queen Bee lighting the way, got some other little elements in here that I thought might be nice. Oh, now this one I thought I might use that later. I just want to get some stamping done and then go from there. Right, I've been rethinking about the best way to use this stamp. And as I said to you before, if you just throw the stamp onto your paper and then pick it up, that to me is the best way to make sure that the stamp is kind of aligned properly. And oh, what colour should we go for? I might go for a bit of mint macaron. I don't know why, just fancied it. I thought I've done it in grey before, I've done it in other colours. Let's just try something different. Right. I'm just gonna stamp it various locations. Ooh, developing a pattern by accident there. Can you see what's happening? Which is interesting because it does mean it makes way for doing a ballerina. Right. Then when it comes to stamping the second layer, my suggestion is, I don't know if I've shared this before, is that you flip it over and you actually try and align where things are meant to go, just to make sure that, because it's very easy to kind of align it like so. So if you, I don't know, I presume start at the top and work your way down, just kind of double check that everything kind of fits into place, because it's very easy to get that to not align. There we go. Just going to knock that down a tad, just the tiniest amount there. Then get your other block, or if you've only got one block of those blocks, just obviously reuse that one. But this is the E block. Okay, right, let's go for something pale, pretty and pale. Let's go for Pool Party. I've done this stamp set in a lot of pinks before, so it's quite nice just to have a go doing it in a slightly different colour. And we should be able to align that up beautifully, and it does. And I might just give that a bit of a twist and just do a second generation, very pale in the background there. All right, so, and this way, because I know everything is aligned, I'm just kind of looking at the top and the bottom leaf really, and I'm trusting that as long as the top and the bottom leaf are pretty much aligned, it's going to be okay. I mean, I am slightly glancing to the right to make sure that that little bud there is fine, but you can't go too wrong, because you know I'm trusting that I have aligned it properly already. You know, it's one of those things that, you know, you get the foundation right and then everything else will follow. Oh, I forgot to do the second generation, but never mind. Right, so, and down, and twist, and stamp. Oh, hip hop moves are a little bit. Yeah, I don't think it's because of your age either, Mary. Hello, Carla. Hi, Lynn. Hi, Jackie. Who else has said hello? Hi, Navarana. Right, I'm going to stamp that one off. I forgot to do that one. There we go. Right, I think we might also see a stamped off version. Bless me. Ooh. Right. Nice bit of prettiness. Now, do I want her dancing amongst the flowers, or should I have her to the side? I think I might just have her to the side. I mean, I will have some flowers encroaching on her, but we'll work on that in a minute. Ooh, what about some of these? We could go above. And I think go back to the mint macaron. I'm quite liking just maybe going for a very simple colour palette on this, you know. Not very like me, but, you know me. Colour, colour, colour everywhere. But sometimes it's nice. Right, so I'm just going to stretch my design out from here. And I'm presuming I might just see a bit of that one. There we go. Flick it around. Not sure. I'm wondering whether to put the flowers in. And then I'll be able to figure out where to put everything else. And I'm wondering whether to do the flowers in... I'll outline them in mint macaron, but do them in a slightly different colour. What do you think? I could do them in balmy blue. Ooh, someone didn't wash their block after wash their stamps. I only have myself to blame. Oops. All right, now I've done that, I'm thinking, oh, I can put the rest of these other flowers in. So I've got a nice gap there. I've got a nice gap there. Ooh, that works perfectly. Look at that. Now, you guys in the States who use 8.5 by 11, just please be aware that if you try to attempt this, it will be slightly different. My cardstock is a little bit wider. So it's about 1/4 of an inch wider. So if you try and attempt this, maybe do that section, that will be closer to your... No, it's not. Oh, hold on. Let me just... Sorry, I'm confusing myself. So this cardstock measures 8.25. Yours will measure 8.5. So yeah. Yeah, so this would be slightly... Yours would end here. So if you do try and copy me, just bear that in mind and know that you know, so if you find you've got a bit of a gap here, that's because you need to stamp it differently. Hope that makes sense. Sorry, I'm confusing myself even saying it. Oh, I think we would probably see just the end of that, wouldn't we? Oh, this is so pretty. Right, has anyone suggested what colour I should use? Anyone else excited to see the new colour reveal and retired list? Yes, yes. I am. Although I am bracing myself for a couple of things. I'm bracing myself for price increases, which I don't think is going to be a shock. It just means we're going to have to make careful choices and decide what we really, 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 really love. And I think that's just the way it is. So I'm poised to embrace the price changes and just go, you know what? I'm just going to have to buy less stuff, but enjoy what I have. And then also I'm bracing myself for retiring products. So there may be things that you, and this happens every year, there's like a period, a grieving process that we all go through. If we are people, whether you're a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator or you're a customer, and you've got to know that catalogue super well, there is always a period where you go, what? I can't believe they're getting rid of that. I was going to buy that next week. Well, if you haven't bought it this week, oh, my ink pad is a bit juicy. If you haven't bought it already, you do have a month, but then you have to ask yourself, if you haven't bought it already, are you going to use it? Really? All right, so the reason why I've just said, oh, that ink pad's a bit juicy, is because can you see the sort of mottling effect on that stamp? It's not really meant to be like that. It's a pretty solid stamp. So I'm not meant to have that. And that's what happens when you particularly have a new ink pad and it's quite juicy. And there's too much ink and it's pooling on the top of the stamp. So you need to just scrape some of that ink just to the side. It doesn't harm your stamp, your ink pads. Just have to scrape it to the side. Plus perhaps use a Stampin' mat, Ruth. But anyway, you can see that it doesn't have that sort of blobby stuff happening. And I've just put that on the top of a stamp that wasn't clean. Right, stamp mat. Oh, throwing stuff around. Well, you might not have to use it, Cindy. Use it up. It might be that there might be colours coming back. I'd be interested to know, and if you're watching this on the replay, let me know as well in the comments, what colours do you miss that you would love to see back? I would love to know. So I will start the proceedings off by saying I would love to see something like a pineapple punch back. Like that really lovely bright yellow that pineapple punch was. I really miss that one. Cindy's lurking. Okay. That's fine. You can lurk. Hello, lurkers. Sometimes, even if you're a regular member to this chat, sometimes if you're not feeling great, you just want to watch what I'm doing and not, necessarily say hello to everybody, even though you do love them. that you just need a bit of a chill out and not have to type so ferociously. So that's okay. So that, you can tell that was that dark one that I did earlier. This one is so easy to line up. Really. Oh, I forgot that one. Really is. What I tend to do is I look at the top flower and then I look down to where the berries are and then give it a little twist to make sure it all fits. So. Hi Janine. A pretty light pink. Oh yes. Well, you've just commented below Vicky, who's just said about the powder pink. Yeah, powder pink would be gorgeous. Hi Wendy. Marina Mist and artichoke. Really? You'd like artichoke to come back? That's interesting. Now, remind me if I get this wrong. Artichoke was kind of like a grey green, wasn't it? It was like almost like a lighter mossy meadow, but with grayer tones to it. My favourite's returning, Pretty Peacock. Oh, that was... And you know what? That colour is so on trend at the moment, just generally, isn't it? I see it all the time on people's walls. And I think my son would like that colour for his bedroom wall. Magenta Madness. Ooh. So just out of interest, who was in the leaders Zoom last night? If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, just pretend I never said anything. I don't know if well, I don't know. I don't want to assume. All right, I'm happy with that. I think that's ever so pretty. I kind of wanted to go for like a French kind of look, and I'm thinking of changing my mind in terms of the colour now for the ballerina. I'm wondering whether to go with Night of Navy instead. So I still have most of the colours everyone is mentioning. A deep rich green with a grey, yes. Oh my goodness, I've got to read this out. This is so hilarious. So earlier Cindy mentioned Marina Mist, and Martina, label mail, Martina, read Martina Mist, and mist in German means dung. Hello, Christine Gruvska. Is that right? From Melbourne, Australia. Thank you. This is beautiful. I think I need this set now. Oh, you so do. It's two sets, actually. It's the Petal Park suite. It's the Petal Park and Sentimental. Sentimental Park? Yeah. Right. What do you think, then, about the basic grey? Oh, sorry, Night of Navy. I could go basic grey. That's the other option. No, I'm feeling it for the Night of Navy, you know. See, Orchid Oasis, I think, is going towards the Please. It's got a very red tone to it. Whereas Night of Navy, I think, is kind of super neutral and will fit really well with this. But then, you know, who wants a blue ballerina? I don't know. What do you think? Where's Dagmar? Hi, Dagmar. Long time no see. How are you? No, of course Janice is going to say Night of Navy. I was hoping Janice was going to say Night of Navy. It's the answer to every problem in the world, Night of Navy. Oh, Nessa says grey. Oh, Nessa, come on, speak up for the grey. Okay, I could do some grey. I'll do a couple grey. I'll do some Night of Navy. You know, the public has spoken. What can I say? Oh, should be standing on a leaf. There we go. So I've removed my stampin' mats because these are red rubber, so I don't need the buoyancy. And, you know, some people do, some people don't. Oh, had another vote for basic grey. Okay. Oh, I twisted. No, I'm all right. I'm okay. I'm okay. All right. Oh, she's a bit off there. I might just lift her. I just saw her hand reaching up for the flower and I just thought it looked so lovely. I forgot to look at that section there. Let's hear it for the basic grey. So you basic grey fans, I hope you watched last night's video where I focused on basic grey. Navy and a good red. Oh, I tell you what, I have an interesting facts for you. So I wonder if you guys could tell me. Now, those of you, there's a few people I've had this conversation with today. So if you were in that conversation with me today and you know the answer to this, please refrain from answering. Right. In terms of popularity of colour, okay, we're going to split the world up into the Stampin' Up regions. We've got the Americas, we've got Europe and South Pacific. What colour do you think is the most popular? We'll start with the Americas. In America, what colour is the most popular colour in America? Yes, I noticed that comment, Annie. Thank you for saying that. That's really interesting. All right, now that's basic grey. And although I like the subtlety of it, I have to say it's not showing up on my flowers. There. So if I'd masked the ballerina, that would work. And I think, yes, go for the grey. But in this instance, it hasn't really. I mean, I could just stamp that on a separate paper and stick it on top. But I'm just showing you. I mean, I'm obviously quite happy to try it. But for me, that doesn't work so well because it doesn't show up on that flower. Now, it doesn't help that I think... Oh, no, I was going to say that's the darkest flower. It's not. No. That's the darker one. That's the one that was a bit dirty before I stamped it. Yeah, so there we go. That's the difference then between the grey and the blue. Darlene says, I would have to... Oh, I would say... Oh, so this is an answer to the most popular colour in the USA. Some warm tone of grey. Nessa made all grey cards today. Have a pink ballerina? Is that what... Hold on. I'm getting confused between people answering the question about the USA popular colour or whether they're telling me to use it on here. I'm getting very confused. So if you want to suggest a colour for the ballerina, can you just put the word ballerina in front of it? And then if you just put a colour, I know that you're referring to my question about the most popular colour in the States. While I'm waiting for you to tell me what colour I should stamp my ballerina, I'm going to have a little think about what to colour her. I think I'm going to colour her shoes. Yep, that's all right. I can do that very easily. And should I colour her tutu? Why not? May as well do that. And this is light balmy blue, for those of you who are interested. I saw someone say, ooh, butterfly wings. Yes, that would look lovely. Although attaching them would be a bit tricky. A pink ballerina. Okay. Now the only problem is, I suppose we've got polished pink. That's a nice bright pink, but is that going to work against the blues of this? There's only one way to find out. Any Harry Hill fans? Any Harry Hill fans in the house? There's only one way to find out. Find. Night, Shaz. Sleep well, my darling. Hello, Christine Nielsen from Sydney. Welcome. You new to my channel. The navy's better. Yes, I think so. In terms of the grey, yeah. But, you know, I'm willing to give it a go. Let's see what she looks like. I think my only fear is that if you have a pink ballerina, it just makes it, it'll make her skin look weird. But anyway, we'll try it. We'll try it. See what it looks like. I can always do something else. Hello, Cindy Fox Taylor. Hello, Shaz Casey. See, one Shaz goes, one Shaz arrives. She is pretty. The only thing, I think the problem is because she's, hold on, let me have to explain this. She's a line drawing, so therefore you've got the whole image there. And so whatever you stamp that colour in, really it has, in my opinion, it should be more of a neutral colour, because you wouldn't get somebody with pink hair and pink skin. Does that make sense? I mean, you might do. If it maybe an avant-garde ballet with some, you know, funky makeup. But by going with a more neutral colour, it feels like it's more realistic. It looks like I don't know, like a sepia photograph, for example. But when you choose something in pink, you're making a very definite statement. And so everything is in pink. So with something like that, I would maybe then just go a bit nuts and colour her some crazy fun colours and be done with it, you know. But anyway, there we go. So those are the options. Now, I'm wondering, can I cut down there to make some cards? And then I think what I might do is just individually work on each one of these, because they all have their own kind of like characteristics, really. Ooh, I can just about cut that. So that was about 11.5. I know, I'm going to flip that round. I'm going to cut off a bit, just to even it up a bit. Oh, excuse me, sorry. I've been drinking fizzy water. 8.5. Oh, I've got Swan Lake in my head now. Stick feathers into the red ballerina's hair. Yes, good idea. Right, I'm going to cut that down to 14. I know, I'm having crazy thoughts about this pink ballerina. I think she'd have, you know, like orange skin or green skin and just make her crazy looking. Or maybe we'll leave the white, leave her white, but maybe do some interesting background to her. I've got here light Highland heather. Could give her blue armpit hair. I know somebody who did that once. Well, anecdotally, she told me she did this. She bleached, blonded her armpit hairs and then dyed it a crazy colour. An off-world ballerina. You know what? I'm so tempted just to go with a green skin. Let's just do it. Yeah. Why not? You know, aliens' lives matter too. Let's just, you know, represent. I mean, you know, this could be for like a Star Trek fan. Oh, this could be the Gamora ballerina. you Marvel fans out there. This is Gamora Does Dancing. Oh dear, spoiler alert for those of you who've not watched the Marvel films. What's this? Light shaded spruce. No, you're not bright enough. What about a bit of Tahitian Tide? Yeah. Oh no, says Vicky. I know, Vicky's favourite colour in the whole wide world is not green. She's like, no, no. Ruth, what are you doing? And then I think I might get a pen and just do my own crazy scribbling. Right, if you're not into sort of abstract and crazy, feel free to fast forward this. Right, I think I will add the whole ballerina wings thing, the fairy wings, but I'm going to add it myself. So more like, oh, what about fairy wing? Maybe make it more like fairy wings. And maybe something twirly-whirly around her body. And then do some kind of funky craziness. Just add some more to her skirt. Oh, now I'm feeling it. Now this is, yeah. Okay, and then maybe put in some little ribbons on her ankles. And a little bit of a border around here. I'm just free flowing, everybody. I don't even know if I'm going to use this for anything. It's just sometimes nice just to go, you know what? Something hasn't quite worked out how I thought it would, but I'm just going to enjoy the process. Just free flow it. And I'm going to give her some crazy fun curls. Because I can. Because she's my ballerina. Let's give her some yellow wings. Maybe not as bright as that. Maybe she'd have 2 sets of wings. And oh, this colour, this one is running out. And then I think I'm going to just do a little bit of stamping with some basic black. Not basic black, sorry, the tuxedo black. She's my favourite ballerina. We definitely need a closer look at her. Oh, there we go. There we go. Gamora butterfly ballerina. So I'm kind of using the black flowers as kind of creating a vignette so that it all has a bit of a black border. Oh, I was worried what you guys were going to think. I didn't know what was going to happen then. But anyway, that was fun. Oh, little dots. Hold on. There's some dottage here. Got to have dottage, haven't we? I mean, I could do this with a pen, to be honest, but then if you want a fine mist of dots, you can always just do that old flickage. Glenna's going to love this. There we go. There's our crazy ballerina. The Grinch. Yeah, she's a bit greeny. You've gone full on Andy Warhol. Just finished a rainbow walk event. Yeah. Yeah, I've seen a friend of mine took part in one of those. They're like special sort of like fundraisers, aren't they? And then they throw paint powder at the runners. It's brilliant. Don't forget to winker. Oh yeah. I keep meaning to go through my winker cellar and find out which ones are actually properly active. All right, okay, so let's move on then. Let's go to more classical ballerina then. And I was going to possibly add some more florals, but go for something that's you know, got a bit more kind of got substantial sketch to it. So let's go with this one. Light of navy. Oh no, I've already had that out, haven't I? Ah, okay, Lynn. You need to sign her. Okay. I'll sign her on the back. There we go. Okay, so that's more sort of classical looking. I did, as I said, grab out this stamp set here that's got gorgeous dottage in it. Oh, Glenna, hi, sweetie. You lurk away. Big hugs. I was just thinking, we haven't had a Zoom Saturday, like weekend get together for a long time. And it would be nice to organise one. Do something soon. So for those of you who are fairly new to my channel, you may not know what one of those is. So they kind of started, oh, I don't know, when was the first time we ever did one? Some of you who are sort of been with me for a while will know, but it might have been something that kind of, oh, it definitely got born out of, you know, what we went through a few years ago with the sea. And oh, I'm wondering if a little bit of green. And so we would every so often I would organise a kind of Zoom day or weekend. Actually, it was a day that turned into a long weekend because different folks are from different parts of the world, and so therefore it was easier to just keep going for like 2 or 3 days, and people would hop in and hop off depending on their time zones. I'm just going in with a bit of Daffodil Delight just to put a bit of brightness into some of these flowers, particularly the ones that I've stamped that don't have blue behind them. So like these ones here, no, not that one maybe. Yeah, some of these have already got blue leaves and things behind them, but where they're quite plain, I'm just putting a bit of a hint of the yellow in. Yeah, so I will have a look at my diary. Also, I'm doing a clusters and lines class. I'm just going to go and have a look at the dates for that one. The one that I've got coming up, the embossing folders one, on Friday the... Hold on, I just got to look at my dates. Friday the 14th, that's pretty full, but the Saturday the 15th in the morning, I'm still got lots of spaces for that. That one is aimed for those of you who are in the UK, Europe and South Pacific, because that's when we're all going to be awake, whereas folks in to the west of me are going to be in bed. Unless you're in Hawaii, maybe, you know, it'll be late at night for you. But there we go. Right, so that one's a little bit more sedated, you know, just gone for a little bit of a highlight with the yellows there. I'm not going to colour her yellow because then she'll just look like she's got jaundice, but won't be doing that one. And okay, I can't see comments now because I've just covered up my comments. No, get rid of my notification. But how do I get rid of that? Oh, that's better. Right. Sorry, so then my clusters and lines class, I just emailed someone today. Let me just go back and check that email. Sent. Friday the 28th of April at 7 o'clock. So if you're new to my channel, new to the whole idea of stamping a whole sheet of paper, and you'd like to join me and learn 2 ways of doing that, that's the class I recommend if you're a bit nervous and you're not quite sure where to start, or you're just new to the whole technique. Then do come and join me for that class. Okay, I really like this one. This is very I actually quite like the fact that she's almost off the page, because it's like the focus is her but it's not her. So I think let's vintage this one up with a bit of, you know, a bit of the old what's that one called, the Queen Bee script, and it's got its own inbuilt dottage. Love it. Those first Zooms were a lifesaver for me, and I've met fantastic friends I've come to love. Oh yeah, I mean that whole period was quite a special, crazy but special time for us, quite a few of us, and so there are people who met then that are still friends today. But you know what, the beauty of love is that it just grows and grows. So I want to include more people into that community, because it's such a wonderful, caring, kind community of people that you know, please don't think that just because you haven't been following me for very long that you can't be part of that. They are so welcoming, the Artful Stamper community, that, you know, we love welcoming new folks. So please join in whatever capacity you feel you're able to. You know, and for different people that will mean different things. So she's dancing into the scene. Yes. Yes, thank you, Vicky. And then the second, the third class that I'm doing is Shabby Chic Techniques, which will be in May. I'm a bit mindful of what to do on her, really. I'm thinking of colouring her in. Let me just have... Oh, I bought some of the new skin tone colours. But I think I might have given them to my daughter. What's that one? So if you didn't know, Stampin' Up have got a range of alcohol pens, but they also came out with a range of skin tones, and they've got various numbers on them. Ooh, that cap hasn't been on. Oh dear. Ooh, well, that's proper gone, that one. I wonder if my son's been at that one. Ew, that's a bit yellow. Ugh. Don't like that. Oh, she's a bit peachy for my liking. Yeah, she's a bit peach. Let's go for a bit of... Oh no, not dark crumb cake. I've got a light crumb cake. Sorry, I'm missing comments. This ballerina has her toes chopped off. I think because she wanted to go to the ball in Cinderella. Or her dress golden. Ooh, yeah. Crafting of any type has kept me sane for the last 50 years. It saved me paying for prescriptions. Oh. Or to be honest, Jackie, is it because you can't afford the prescriptions now? You've spent it all on crafting. I'm being cheeky. You know I'm being cheeky. Yeah, you see, I quite like light crumb cake as for a skin colour. I mean, I need to mix it again with Petal Pink because that's what I did with the other ones, but actually, I think it makes it a bit more like a normal. Well, it makes it more my skin tone anyway. Because my mother's Chinese, I've got a bit of a olive tone to my skin. Right, someone mentioned a golden dress. When you say golden, I don't know if I've got anything that would be golden, Navarana. The only problem is whatever I go for, it's going to be a very high contrast to the blue, and I'm actually wondering whether to try and break the contrast and go with quite a dark colour, like light Night of Navy, because this is Night of Navy. You know what, I'm doing it. Sorry, Navarana. All right, now the answer to the question. The question was, what is the most popular colour of Stampin' Ups in the United States? Are you ready for the answer? I'll give you 10 more seconds to get your answers in, just in case you wanted to answer. Okay, you want to know the answer? The answer is Real Red. Real Red. Now, for Europe, Do you want to take a guess? Now, before I say anything else, I don't actually have the specific answer for the South Pacific because there wasn't an obvious winner. Okay, so I can't. I'm sorry about that. I know. I mean, I can anyway. Let me see what you think about Old Olive. Lisa got it right. Yay! Well done, Lisa. So for Europe, what do you think the most popular colour is? Oh, and I have it on this desk. That's the only clue I'm going to give you, which is kind of narrowing it down quite a bit, to be honest. Gone in with a bit of Night of Navy, just to kind of give it a bit more of a vignette. Guess Real Red won't be leaving us then. I don't think it will. I mean, I'm not qualified to say. Please don't, you know. I know nothing. I've got ideas, but I really actually know nothing. Apart from the Pretty Peacock and Lost Lagoon, which everybody knows about. Navy for EU. Good guess. But no. Ooh, I think that's quite pretty. I quite like it now the background's a bit softer. I wasn't keen on the stark white, but now I've kind of blended the blue all over. It's made it quite nice. Yeah, I think I thought they did include Canada in that. They sort of just separated the whole the regions, as it were. That was my understanding, but I don't know if because there are more American customers and demonstrators that whatever, even if it were a different colour was more popular in Canada, it might have trumped it. But yeah, and I when I heard Real Red, I kind of thought, that does make sense, because red is obviously in the colour of your flag, and it's a colour for Christmas, it's a colour for Valentine's Day. It kind of does make sense. Right. Take care, Carla. Reminds me of seeing my aunt doing ballet years ago. Lovely. Okay, so we've got, how many we've got left? 2 more. What's the time? Ooh, 1 hour already. Okay. Oh, now this one's an interesting one. She's a little bit off to the side again. So I'm thinking of adding then a few more flowers. I might just do that Night of Navy. Ooh, accidentally got a different colour on there. Didn't realise that was dirty. Oh gosh, my tummy made a funny noise then. I don't know whether to use the words. I'm not a big fan of the words, apart from believe. I do like putting words in backgrounds though. Anyone got any bright ideas? Europe mint macaron. Ooh. Thanks, Vicky. Clue, look at the screen, you can see it. Oh, Vicky. Those flowers are really selling me on that stamp set. Fresh freesia? No. Right, put your guesses in. I'm going to tell you in 10 seconds. Right, you all ready? The answer is crumb cake. Crumb cake. Can you believe it? Right, these are the little brushes. The little baby ones. This is Blushing Bride. I just wanted to... Oh, look, I'm mixing the ink around on my ink pad. Right, just fancied bringing a little bit of pinkiness into play here. And yes, when it's mixing with the blue, it does go a little bit purpley. Australia next. Yeah, South Pacific. Okay, as I said earlier, there wasn't any sort of specific result for that one. So they sort of said it was kind of like a combination really of like Real Red and Crumb Cake was up there, but they couldn't give us a very specific colour. Now, what I can give you a specific colour, so I'll start with Australia on this one. What's the least popular colour in Australia? The least popular colour in Australia. Is that because we do vintage and tea? Yeah, I guess so. And I'm wondering also if it's because it's a bit of a... I think it's probably a go-to card base. Like, if you don't use white or very vanilla as your card base, what are you going to use? So, a good earthy approach Europe has, colour-wise. Yes, it does, Martina. Garden green, or is that just me? Yeah, fair enough. No, it's not. Beige and boring. Yes, yeah, we're beige and boring. No, we're sophisticated and stylish. We like a neutral base palette for our creations to shine on. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think the German market is probably bigger than the British market, and there are a lot of demonstrators that I follow from Germany that do use a lot of crumb cake. Well, that seems to be the case. You know what I'm quite liking? I'm liking what I'm seeing here as well. I wonder if I can right, so because my little grey ballerina is not showing up so well, I'm wondering whether just to stamp another one, but in a darker colour, so that it doesn't matter so much that she's not the focal point. I might stamp another one in the grey, actually. Right, let me give this a good clean. Just tuck you out the way for a second. Where's my spray? Yes, and the craft, sorry, yeah, Jackie, and I mean, it used to be we had a more kind of craft looking colour, didn't we? But we don't, so I guess crumb cake is the alternative. Colour her in, it'll be like no line colouring. Oh, good point, Janine. I know, but my only fear is that little bit over the, you see this bit over the leg, that's my concern. Because I can't magic away that flower. It's just in the wrong place for her, and it's partly my fault for sticking her there. So that's why I'm kind of wondering whether to put another one there, or I mean, I could stamp her and cut her out. Which is potentially doable. Might go back to the first idea I had, actually, the early espresso. Let's do that. Stamp the flowers as her skirt. Ooh. Ooh. For those of you who haven't seen, I have stamped the legs before and then did flowers as the ballerina skirt, if you've not seen that. I will try and remember to link that in the description. All right, I'll cut her out in a second. So we could really go for grungy and vintage with this. Oh, I haven't used for a little while. I haven't used this long one. Hi, Monica! Sneaking in and grabbing the late chair. SG. Oh, yes, we do actually. The 6x6 craft. Yes, we do. Take care, Dagmar. Sleep well. Take her. She could be the shadow. Yes, could be. I'll cut her out and then just see. Oh, keep her behind the flower. Hi, Anne. Right, Mango Melody is the colour. Oh, hi, Janet. Yeah, she's just taking a break from Stampin' Up stuff at the moment. Yeah. She's just, you know, she's all right though, although she hasn't been well this weekend. Bless her heart. She thought it was just a cold, and I've just stuck that back in the navy. She thought it was just a cold. That's all I'm going to say. In a sabbatical. Yeah, that's a nice way of putting it. Yeah, she's having a sabbatical. Yeah, Mango Melody. Yeah, that was Australia's least favourite colour. Right, now hold on. I've got to think what the... Oh, I know what the British one is. Right, so European. What is Europeans' least favourite colour in Stampin' Up terms? Oh, I know. Yes, we miss her. Do go and reach out to her, contact her, and yeah. If you she put something on her socials, yeah, on Instagram and stuff. But yeah, no, do reach out to her privately. And oh, can't resist a bit of a spackle. I don't think the European one's going to come as much of a surprise, especially to those of you who have been on my channel for a while. Just going to concentrate the speckles in that corner and maybe this corner. So you can float on the speckles. There we go. Just going a bit more random to here. Blushing Bride, but I don't like it, so going with that. Fair enough. Mango Melody is a cocktail in an ink pad. Your least favourite is Magenta Madness. Fair enough, but we don't actually stock that one right now. So, yeah, no, current colour. Oh, cool, Jackie, good. Yeah, if you do want to sort of have a little bit of a, if you're getting Esther withdrawal symptoms, she does have another channel called My Money Matters. Gorgeous grape. Ah. Which raspberry can go? All right, so 10 more seconds and I'll tell you what's least popular in Europe. Hello, Jenny. Just thought it'd be nice to have a little bit of pool party behind her. Right, so we're going to spend several seconds or minutes doing some fussy cutting. I'm going to change to my other glasses, which I did find earlier. I thought I found them and put them somewhere safe, but obviously not. Let me just see if these ones are a bit stronger. Oh, might be. Okay, the colour is, the least favourite colour in Europe is Cajun Craze. Parakeet. Oh no, we love Parakeet. Well, I do anyway. No, overall, the least favourite colour is Cajun Craze, which didn't really surprise me at all. Right, so what's the least favourite colour? When I say favourite colour, it's the least ordered in terms of ink and cardstock. So the numbers don't lie. You know, I know that everyone is going to have their favourites and be like, what? Don't believe it. You know, because, you know, you might disagree. But at the end of the day, Stampin' Up! Have to make decisions about stock and what they carry based on the numbers. Now, sometimes they will, because something's something really useful. And for example, I think demonstrators really did make their voice known last year when they didn't include the Stampin' mat. And we were like, you cannot get rid of the Stampin' mat because that is a basic necessity for every beginner stamper. So we don't care what the numbers say, you need to stock it. But there are some things that they have to make decisions about. So that's why we do get some very emotional demonstrators and customers at this time of year saying goodbye to products. So. Now, normally I would fussy cut and leave a white line, and I don't know why I haven't done it this time. I think I just got stuck in there and started cutting out and didn't think about it. So I'm a fan of the earthy colours. I only said Parakeet because mine is very, very juicy and it covers me. Oh, Shaz, did you see? Oh, you weren't here earlier, My tip for using juicy new ink pads is that you get yourself either a bone folder or a block, and you push very gently, you push some of the ink to the side of your ink pad and use the less juicy side. Okay, because I had that problem earlier on. If you rewind this video later, you'll see that I had a problem with a bit of a juicy balmy blue. Did I hear a tool is leaving us? Tools are always leaving us, Jackie. I can't speak to any specific ones, but no, things are always, we lose punches, lots of punches. From various time to time, we do lose tools. Yeah. But I mean, as a demonstrator, I will get to see what is going, and I will let you know as soon as I can if there's things that I think that people should stock up on, as well as, you know, dealing with any price increases. They have told us that there will be price increases, which is completely understandable given the current economical, political climate at the moment. The whole infrastructure, you know, not infrastructure, supply chain issues, manufacturing. So, yeah, I can't speak about any particular products. I mean, I know someone's just mentioned something, but I can't say anything right now. So. Oh, that's better. Right, so we know the March is leaving us. Yes, Martina, yeah, March is leaving us. Okay, so that's worked out beautifully. Just want to put a little bit of extra colour maybe in here. Oh, now someone mentioned Parakeet Party earlier. I might just do a little bit of blending of Parakeet Party. America's Least. Are you ready? Are you ready? Someone actually mentioned it earlier on, but she's not an American. So are you saying buy it now before it gets expensive? Yes, absolutely. America's least favourite colour is Rich Razzleberry. Rich Razzleberry. Yeah, Jackie, did you say Rich Razzleberry earlier? Yeah, it's one of those colours that I felt earlier on, as in a few years ago, it was like a real kind of like classic colour. And then came along Blackberry Bliss, and Blackberry Bliss is just such a nicer kind of version. Yeah, I know some of you do struggle with Blushing Bride. I don't personally have so much of a problem with it, but yeah, I get that. Right, I'm just going to do some crazy Parakeet Party flowers here. Yeah, you like Blackberry Bliss best as well, Sue. Yeah. I guess Rich Raspberry is just sort of a bit greyish. I think to start off with, I just thought, oh, it's like a lighter version of Blackberry Bliss, but it's not necessarily so. Yeah, I'm wondering if they've just had some problems with the formulation of stuff. Because I think it's very easy to forget that there's a whole science and chemical aspect to the creation of these inks. And we tend to hear about things when they go wrong, unfortunately. Excuse me, sorry. Well, I guess we can count on Rich Razzleberry being replaced. I've got no idea. I don't know. You see, the other thing that someone said was just because something's unpopular, it needs to be in the palette. When I say unpopular, it doesn't mean it doesn't ever get bought. You know, please don't think that. If something's unpopular, it doesn't mean, you know, nobody buys it. It just means that it doesn't get bought as many as other things. However, if you lost it, you would notice it. So I don't know if Rich Razzleberry is one of those colours. I don't know. I would not like to hazard a guess, really. Because, you know, there may be colours that I don't use that often, but when I do use them, they sit so well with other colours. Like I often, whenever I use Cajun Craze, which is the least popular colour in Europe, it just looks so great against Calypso Coral, against the peaches. It just looks brilliant. So I wouldn't necessarily want to be without it. I just don't use it that often. So, right, I've just put a bit of mint macaron on her dress because I felt like she just needed it. Otherwise, she was a bit pale. See if I've got on there. I don't actually want a whole heap of colour on her. I'm just seeing if there's any residue of colour on here. Oh, there's a little bit. There we go. Right, what shall we map that onto? Oh, I just happen to have some crumb cake. Or should we leave crumb cake for another one? I think I might use crumb cake for something else. That was the crumb cake one, wasn't it? You're still waiting for autumn to arrive. Yeah, it will soon cool. And you'll be like, oh, it's so cold. You like the old colour Real Rust better than Cajun Craze. Ah, no, I don't think I ever had that one. I've not been that long a demonstrator. Sorry. I've not been a demonstrator long enough to have used that one. Janet says a black mat. Oh, for the other one or for... Bye, Janine. Oh, you love the cooler weather. Okay. I should know that about you, shouldn't I, Monica? Right, I'll leave that one as that one because I've just done that one specially. So what were you saying? Black matte for this one? Yeah, I could go black, but it might be because this is looking really dark. But I think I prefer early espresso because I think black would be a bit too harsh, but that's me. I think some people are still grieving chocolate chip. Who remembers chocolate chip? For the black... Oh, no, she's not black. She's brown, Janet. Yeah, she's... Oh, for the rainbow one. That one. Yeah, could do black for that one. Oh my goodness, I've got like craft mountain happening here. Could be my European ancestry. Yeah, Holly Mrs. Chocolate Chip. There we go, see? I think I just missed the name of it. Oh, need to cut that down a bit more. Anyway, I haven't got time for that, so I'm just going to stick these down and then if I can get a glue to work. The dark outline butterfly could do with a bit of shimmer. Oh, okay. I need an ice cream cone. There was, I think, Stampin' Up do with the workers at the head office when they have Halloween. They encourage all the staff to kind of dress up and all the like different teams of people. And I saw that, I don't know if it was last Halloween, there was one department, they dressed up as different, I think they either made up character colours and then they dressed up as them. And that seemed fun. Probably should have put these on dimensionals, but sorry. I'm pushed for time. I actually quite like her foot lifting off there slightly. Okay, so that's the early espresso, that one. Right. So someone said black for that one. Yes, I will happily do black for that one. Do I have some? It's quite funny. I had a friend come visit and I can't remember what he was doing. He was in my craft room for some reason. I think we were ordering something. We were doing something online. And he said, guys, I went to the shop the other day and I was trying to find some black card because he's a comic reader like my husband. And he said, I like to, on my shelves, put black card where maybe I take a book out and so I put a black card, or if I'm reading a series, I put a piece of black card where I've read up to or whatever, just to mark the spot. And I can't find any in town. I was like, all right. He went, do you know where I could get some? I just laughed. I just grabbed out my basic black and went, how many do you want? What? I was like, come on. I said, how many do you want? How many do you want? He went, really? I was like, oh, come on. I said, you know I'm a card maker. Of course I've got it. Right, I don't like the thick border. I'm going to go for a thin border. So I'm going to score at 11. Oh, a pink mat. Oh, what? No, she says she wants a pink mat. No, I know you didn't say black then. Someone else must have said that then. I've cut it now. But yes, of course, a pink mat would look fun. Oh, what colour? What size do I cut this to? Oh, that's a weird size. Okay, right, fine. There we go, Funky Fairy. You shall go to the ball. Oh look, I'm going to cover up my signature now. Actually quite like my lime green ballerina now. my Gamora ballerina, not ballerina, ballerina. Right, there we go. Right, what's next? That one. Ooh, we could go for a bit of blushing or something pale on her. So, I'll just do a navy matte. Well, rather than a navy matte, I'm just going to get the navy ink. My family look in my craft room before hitting the shops. Exactly, absolutely. Although then that means my good scissors are always disappearing. Okay, right, there we go. There's my navy blue matte done. I'm just going to measure this. 12 and a half. That be about right? That'll do. Oh, it wasn't Tom that said it, Vicky. No, it wasn't my my friend, my walking friend. I've told you guys about. He and Liz Gannon. Those of you who know Liz, who comes on my chat. Some of my oldest Welsh pool friends. Like, I met both of them within a few months of me moving here, and they're still in my life. They're both awesome. Yeah, I started chatting to him at the library. He was he used to do a lot of travelling, and he had a photo exhibition, and we became friends. And then he took photographs at our wedding, and like, we see him on average like once a week, if not more. Sometimes we don't see him for a few weeks, and then we'll see him loads. Right, now this one's a bit of an odd shaped one, really. What does that measure? 10 and a half. Could go for... Oh, got soft succulent. Ooh, I could do that trick that I did the other week. Remember when I cut off that end bit? And then just have it open, come open at the side. Ooh, I quite like that idea. But what I'm going to do is just trim this down very slightly, so I do get a bit of a border. So if I just trim a bit off top and bottom, top and tail. You wanted a thanks card at the weekend, but your daughter had taken them all. Oops. And that's why I don't put sentiments on mine. Hello, all 73 of you watching. Thank you so much. And please remember, if you're watching on the replay, please do leave a comment. Tell me which one was your favourite card of the day. I do love reading comments afterwards, because I don't always get to see all your chatty comments. And also, if you have a question that you've typed in the chat but I've not noticed it, please just go back and put it in the comment section. Right, so I'm not going to do it now, but this technique I had a go at last week, didn't I? Or earlier this week? No, what day were we on? Wednesday, last week. Where I then embossed that and then restuck it on the inside of the card to make an interesting little fold there. Ooh, my blade is getting a bit weird. So the colour combination makes the ballerina glow. Oh, the peachy one, yes. Yeah. She does a bit. That's because we do glow. What do they say? Horses sweat, men's perspire, and women glow. Right, my lovely, creative, chatty, nutty friends. I think we're done. I'm like finding it very hard to find a space to show you everything. Right, that one, that one, that one. Oh, that one's not stuck down yet. So we have green glow butterfly, green glow ballerina, peach glow ballerina. What's this one? This is vintage ballerina, punk rock, aliens, Gamora ballerina. Oh, fairy really. She's got a bit of a weird fairy thing going on there. Grungy fairy. And then we have dancing in the flowers fairy, ballerina. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Let me know your favourite. I should swap that one for that one. Oh no, I'm not going to change it now. Sorry. That'll be really confuse you all. Love the pink mat. That was actually Petal pink. Yeah, I know it's might look a bit pinky on your screen, but this is Petal pink. Yeah. Which I've grown to like actually over the few years that we've had it. Grown to like that colour. So, right. So thank you so much for joining me, everybody. And you love the vintage and the green glow ballerina. Fab. You like them all together as a set? Yeah. Yeah, we could go very Andy Warhol on them, couldn't we? We could get, I don't know, 4 different pieces of paper and just do different coloured things. That would be fun. That would be an idea for another night. Or, ooh, now I have a stamped one sheet wonder that I still have not chopped up. You could put ballerinas onto colour blocked paper. That would be fun. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, says Audrey. Well, that's easy then, isn't it? Right, I've gone on way longer than I intended to. But have a lovely morning, evening, day, wherever you are. And see you all very soon. And I will show the goodbye screen. And yeah, take care, everybody. Lots of love. Please email me if you wanted to book onto a class. And